everyone, I'm Adrienne Everhart, your dating and relationship coach. As always, I want to share with you feminine energy tips. And in this video, it's feminine energy tips on how to get over rejection, resentment, and when you've been abandoned by your partner and you feel just so much anger welling up inside of you, but also sadness and disappointment. It's a lot of feelings that you can experience when a partner has rejected you and they've moved on. And the best way for me to describe it, and I got so inspired this morning here at the beautiful beach, was, you know, if this is your heart, it's like 1 minute they have your heart and it's so precious to them and it means everything to them. But then the next minute, ouch, I'm done with you. Your heart means nothing to me anymore. In fact, next time you drive past my house, you're gonna see someone else's car parked in front of it because I've moved on and I'm actually dating someone new. And it leaves you wondering, like, did this person even ever love me? Did they ever care about me? What about all the things they said to me? So all of this will kind of go through your head and you'll reach this transition point in the heartbreak where you feel angry at that person. Like you want to punch people in the face, you want to send very angry letters, you want to call them up, you want to destroy their job. I've heard it all. And as you know, early on, I had my own experiences with heartbreak where I was just like, how can this person have me on such a pedestal and then just, I'm done with you and never talk to me again. So I'm going to share with you 3 tips about how to really start just moving on with your life. And the first one is really obvious, but you know, when you're feeling this way, one of the best things you can do is exercise. And I know you're like, Adrienne, whatever, I go to the gym 5 days a week. Change up your exercise. Do something different that's maybe a little more heart-centered. Switch up some of your days with yoga. Do some breath work exercises. Try something new, something different that will just get you physically going in a different direction. There's also nothing better than a revenge body. So that will also make you feel really good. My second tip is I want you to start dating. And it's probably the last thing you want to do, but it is the most important thing you can do. And that is get out of your house. You're not going to get over your heartbreak sitting in your living room, watching Netflix, eating ice cream. It's just not going to happen. And so I want you to actually get on a dating app, go on 1 or 2 coffee dates, and Fem Tools for Dating. I teach you how to get into feminine energy dating, so don't worry. I teach you how to do it in that program. I make it super easy for you. You want to get out there, go on a couple of coffee dates, find some guys that are crazy about you. They're not going to be who you want because your heart is still with someone else, but it will feel so good to see what it feels like to have a man pursuing you again and thinking that you're valuable to them. It's a wonderful feeling. Don't neglect yourself. Just because that guy didn't love you doesn't mean that someone else isn't. And it also doesn't mean he can't come back around with time. So one of the best things you can do, move on, start dating. Now my third tip, this is one of my favorite ones to share. It is called my phrases of truth. These are your phrases of truth. And if you have to say them to yourselves 100 times a day, do it. And the phrase of truth would be, if he loved me, if he wanted to spend his life with me, he would be here with me. That's all there is to it. If he wanted me, he would come over to my house, ring my doorbell, and choose me. And you have to keep reminding yourself these phrases of truth because that truth is truly who you are. The part of you that's wishing and worrying and plotting revenge, that's a different part of your brain working. That's the survival part of your brain. But you, wonderful, beautiful, amazing you want a man who's going to want to claim you, be there for you, and have no doubts about your heart. Okay, everybody, I hope this quick video has been really helpful for you. As always, hit the subscribe button if you like my content, and I love hearing from you in the comments section, and give this video a thumbs up if it's been helpful to you. I'm sending you much love today and always from the beautiful ocean. Bye-bye.